D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Marlowe's Corner, Trey X, and the whole block fam. Y'all go over there and subscribe to Marlowe's Corner if you hadn't done so already. I want to talk about this Alexander Usyk character right quick. You know, Usyk, as we know, unified and became undisputed at cruiserweight. Tony Bellew was his swan song in the division before he decided to move up to heavyweight. Tony Bellew got knocked out in that fight. I can't remember what round, but I personally saw Bellew winning the fight until he got stopped. And in seeing that, I made my mind up at that point on that unless Usyk got a lot better fast, he wasn't going to be very successful in the heavyweight division when it comes to fighting the upper echelon guys. Not saying that there's not one or two guys that he could beat, but for the majority, I don't think he can beat any of these top guys, many of these top guys, if any. But coming up to his fight, there was all this talk about fighting Wilder, that he wants Wilder next, and that Wilder would be easy win for him, so forth and so on. And Usyk went out and fought Chaz Witherspoon, who, if I'm not mistaken, hadn't had but like maybe 4 fights in the last 4 years. Guy who was at his best over a decade ago, and even at his best wasn't a top level heavyweight. He was a top level prospect at the time, in a crop of prospects that included guys like Seth Mitchell, Areola, Travis Walker, and the like. And I do believe all 3 of those other guys beat and Tony Thompson. I think Tony Thompson was he was not a prospect, you know, because he's a little older, but he was kind of up and coming as well. And I might be wrong about Travis Walker. He may not have fought Travis Walker. But anyway, I know for sure Seth Mitchell and Areola both beat Chaz Witherspoon. So, and I can recall, just like it was yesterday, watching the Areola fight, and I'll be honest, I actually was rooting for Witherspoon. I like both guys, but I was like, yeah, this is Tim Witherspoon's cousin. I was like, yeah, man, I hope this guy can make some noise. And Areola was getting the better of him in every exchange, out hustling him, out stinking him in the ring, just out working him, out jabbing him. I mean, Areola was on. And in that fight, Areola was whooping on Chaz Witherspoon so bad that Chaz Witherspoon's whole corner jumped into the ring and got Chaz disqualified, rather than watch him get stopped by Areola, because that's what was about to happen. Areola was about to stop him. But that fight right there took the best out of Chaz Witherspoon. He was never as good as he was before that fight ever again in his career. And that's the guy who Usyk wound up fighting. I understand it was on short notice because of the adverse test results of Tyrone Spong, but no one can convince me that was the best opponent that the matchmakers over at Matchroom, over at the Zone, could find for Usyk to fight. Joey Dwecko claims that he was sent a contract, he signed it, sent it back, and next thing he knew, Chaz Witherspoon was accepting the fight. I can believe that. But I will say, in terms of the fight itself, I felt like Usyk got hit too often, too cleanly when he was getting hit. Witherspoon was clearly not in fight shape whatsoever. He's just a fighter who got a call and said, hey, I sure can use this payday. I'll be there. Didn't really think that he was going to be in danger of, getting hurt. Because you wouldn't take a fight like that against a legit, a real heavyweight contender. I don't think a guy would take a fight even against Derek Chisora, who can crack at heavy. A guy who hasn't been in camp, who's sitting around the house or working some job and gets a call and hadn't fought in months and hadn't been in training camp, would show up at the fight in the shape Chaz Witherspoon showed up in, ready to fight Derek Chisora, and not expect to get hurt badly. They would probably go in there as soon as it got hot, go ahead and lay down, because their life would be in danger. The fact that this guy was even willing to take a fight against Alexander Usyk was very brave, but at the same time showed what he thought about Usyk. And for the most part, the fight was stopped on the fact that Chaz Witherspoon just was not in fighting shape and just couldn't fight anymore. Basically, he didn't have the fight beat out of him. He just ran out of gas. And basically just, the corner just said, okay, that's enough. Stop the fight. But as far as Usyk beating these top guys, I don't see it. But, we'll see how it plays out. I noticed the Deontay Wilder call-outs have stopped. And I think rightfully so. But that's all I got to say on it. It's a D-Lo 4 for boxing. Big shout out to the LDBC. I'm out. Peace.